Hi, and welcome to Launch Your Rocket. I'm Jen Smith, and this is Elevate, the place where we ignite your faith, your purpose, and your biggest dreams. Let's make some money. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is out here trying to make money by making money. But the world has it backwards, because the truth is, if you want money to chase you, you've got to stop chasing money. You know, Proverbs 11:28 says, trust in money and down you go, but trust in God and flourish like a tree. Flourish like a tree, roots deep, fruit everywhere. Yes, that's what we're looking for. But before you think I'm about to knock success, listen to this next one in the book, The Truth. Proverbs 10:16 says, the good man's earnings advance the cause of righteousness, but the evil man squanders it on sin. Did you hear that? Money is not evil, wealth is not wrong, and success is not worldly when it's in the right hands. So does God want us to be broke? You know, there's this idea out there that if you love God, you're going to be poor, humble, and quiet about it. And hold up, that's just ridiculous. Time out. Let me ask you something. What if your success is part of God's calling on your life? And what if your wealth is how God wants to bless the world through you? Proverbs 10:16 again says, the good man's earnings advance the cause of righteousness. That means you, my friend, could be the one who funds, I don't know, the single mom's rent or the mission trip to Africa or the dream that God put in your heart, because the truth is the wrong people use money to promote corruption, but the right people, they use it to build God's kingdom. So we have to stop acting like broke is holy. God doesn't need his kids barely getting by. He needs builders, he needs givers, and he needs you and me. Wealth is not greed. Let's clear something up. Money is not the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6:10 says it's the love of money that is the root of all evil. It's not the dollar. It's the devotion to the dollar. Here's the gut check. Are you hustling harder than you're praying? Are you trusting your job more than you're trusting God? And are you obsessed with followers and sales instead of faith and service? Because the second money becomes your God, you're not free, you're bound. And Matthew 6:33 says, seek first the kingdom, and then all of these things will be added to you, all the things that you want. Guys, God's not trying to withhold blessing. He's trying to give us blessing. He gives them to those he can trust. So I'm going to give you a 5-step plan for wealth on God's time frame, and that is find your niche, serve, work with truth, move, and trust. Let's break that down. God's plan to building wealth. Number 1 is find your niche, your God-given gift. What is common sense to you that is not common sense to others? What are you naturally good at? What do others come to you for? And it's so common sense to you that you don't even think it's anything. Perhaps that's your God-given gift. It's just so natural. Mine is the water. Always wanted to be on the water doing something with fishing and boating, and I am a U.S. Coast Guard captain. I've come to find out that fishing has always been such a passion of mine, and here I am a fisher of men, or a fisher of people, trying to help them find their dreams. I call those God's breadcrumb trails. Anyway, find your niche. Remember, most people will be like, oh, Jen, you love the water, that's not your gift. Well, maybe it is. Start opening your eyes to the things that are common sense to you, so common sense, you don't even think they're anything. Perhaps that's your godly gift. Romans 12:6 says we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. Number 2, use that gift to serve others. Luke 6:38 says, give and it will be given to you. Running over. Generosity is God's investment plan. Just get out there and serve. Use your gift or don't, but just get out there and serve. Make everyone feel special. You don't have to even be good at something. Just serve where you are with what you have, and God will bring the rain. He'll rain the abundance. Number 3, work with integrity. Proverbs 13:11 says, dishonest money dwindles, but money gathered little by little grows. Slow and steady. God's favorite speed. We have to be patient and have faith in God's investment. All right, step 4, move. Just move. Where? Just move anywhere. Just move, and God meets you in your effort. Get out and serve. Go to the coffee shop. Just drive around. call a friend, do something. Just get out in the world and pretend everyone has a sign around their neck that says, make me feel good about myself. Just get out there and pour into others. You start moving and God meets you in your effort. James 2:17 says, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. We can't just rub our temples and be like, oh, God's going to provide. He says, accompanied by action. We have to move. God will meet us in our effort, even if we're awful at it. Just get out there and serve. Trip on your own feet, but just get out there and God will provide. I used to say to my girls all the time, if you want to milk a cow, do you sit on a stool in the middle of a field and hope a cow's going to back up to you? Or do you go over and milk the cow? You move. It is the worst joke, but it's so true. God meets you in the movement, in the action, and he doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. So just get moving and provide. People, opportunities, wisdom, ideas, they'll all start coming to you. I call it divinely inspired. And number 5 is trust God over money. Proverbs 11:28 again says, trust in the money and down you go. If money is your master, you're building on sand. You have to know God is a God of his word. He will provide the dreams in your heart. He placed them there. You just prepare the fields and God brings the rain. All right, now remember, we started this episode that if you want money to chase you, you have to stop chasing it. And there you go. Start trusting in God. Get moving in service. And then God brings it. When I started a business in isogenics many years ago, I actually got a call from the company saying I was making money, and I told them I don't really want it because I don't want it to mess up my taxes. Hello. But the more I loved, and the more I served using this product to help people, the more God started to rain abundance on me. It became so undeniable. I couldn't even unsee it. The money was just coming. I became one of the top earners in the company in just over a year, and it's not because I chased the money, but because I chased the purpose. I loved on everybody, and the money followed. Now, don't fall into this trap. You have to have patience in the waiting. And when God's not sending the abundance right away, I'd be like, okay, this doesn't work. You have to wait on God's timing more than you want to wait on fast money. There has to be patience in the waiting. It's all about his timing. This is super hard for our world. I mean, picture me holding 2 bills in my hand. One is a 10 and one is a $100 bill. And I say, the 10 is yours right now. The 100, this is yours in 6 months. All you have to do is trust me that it'll still be there. Most people would just grab the 10 and walk away. Why? Well, because we want fast over faithful. That's what we do with God all the time. He wants to give us abundance, but we settle for the fast money, the quick fixes, and the cheap validation. Guys, don't take the $10 life. Wait for the $100 version. Trust it's going to be there. God is always on time. God wants you to be successful. He wants you to be blessed so that you can be a blessing for others. Can God trust you with money? Deuteronomy 8:18 says, remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to create wealth. Wow. Truth is truth. He gives us the power to create wealth. And it's not just for comfort and it's not just for status, but it's for impact. So our challenge today with wealth is to start seeing your wealth as a tool for good, to ask God, if God doubled my income today, would I use it for good? And finally, stop chasing money. Start chasing God. Because when you chase him, money chases you. Hey, try a new perspective. If your dreams are not coming true just yet, what have you got to lose? Try it God's way. All right, that's it. If this helped you out today or you think it can help a friend, please share it, subscribe, like, comment. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Launch Your Rocket. Those are like the front porch, but if you want to come inside and really kind of have coffee and really get to the nitty gritty of it, it's like, come on in, that's on YouTube. You can also go to launchyourrocket.com. That's my website where you can connect with me. You can join my community. You can take a course. It's all there for you. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time on Elevate